get into this stuff. We're going to first get into a topic that's near and dear to your heart. First thing we're going to talk about, and it's great, we're going to talk about Shedeaur Sanders.
Yes, sir.
But it's great because we got a chance to see him.
Absolutely. For me to watch him go through what he went through in the draft, to be so highly rated, to be taking teams that have done nothing from Jacksonville to Colorado and really put them on the map.
Right. Jackson State.
Jackson State.
Okay, yeah, Jackson.
I apologize.
No.
Jackson State and Colorado, like nobody watched Colorado football. It just didn't.
Right.
And so, he was, one of the main ones responsible for doing that. I feel he got a raw deal. I think, when you're a quarterback looking to go in the NFL, they want you to be confident. They want you to be almost brash. They want you to have the utmost confidence when no one believes you do. And, he's not a bad kid. He's, obviously been raised right. But I just think, they didn't want a guy like that in their space. And you hear lots of things. You hear Pittsburgh was going to draft him, but Aaron Rodgers said, if you draft him, I'm not coming. And,
I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah. That narrative was out there. Obviously, he trains with the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks that's ever played the game.
Yeah.
So, and now, he's behind on this. Well, every quarterback going into the NFL is behind on something.
Right.
But, the thing that they never ding him on is his accuracy.
Right.
And that's one of the main things they ding quarterbacks on.
Yeah.
And so either way you flip it, either way you look at it, it's just a bad deal.
Yeah.
It's a bad deal. And for him to not get minimal reps, he gets to practice early, 30, 40 minutes early, last one to leave. You see the team start to galvanize behind him because it's understood that the owner has an agenda to bring Watson back.
Right.
So he.
But okay. So with Watson, look, I kind of understand the owner's agenda. I poured a lot of money into that dude, right? And I'm not ready to. I need to get this return. Our reputation, all the stuff he was about with him.
Right.
So I get that part.
For sure. Well, the thing is like when he played, he just wasn't good.
Nah, it's weird how his game changed once he left.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a lot better than what he was, and I don't know if it's offensive mind, if it's the other stuff that was going on. He's not playing with a clear head, but he didn't look anything like what he did when he was with the Houston Texans.
No, and Houston, there's another narrative out there too that because he wanted to leave Houston, they kind of helped those charges get trumped up and things of that nature. And so I still think he's mentally not ready.
Right.
He was probably physically ready, but mentally, I just don't think he was ready.
Right. But I know what you're saying with what they said. He was doing that, right? We could be clear on the stuff that he was doing bad stuff there.
I've heard 3 or 4 different things.
Okay.
Obviously, he was involved with women, I guess, trying to be involved with them with their consent. So it was nothing of that nature that, per se, that was deemed to be illegal or
right.
So I mean that's what, and I'm not taking up for anybody. I'm just saying that's kind of what I've heard.
Okay.
Because if there was, like, if they can't prosecute and all these settlements are in what court is that?
In the civil court.
Civil court. I mean, that says it all.
Yeah.
Right. If there were some charges and he was, I apologize, did he like? Then there would be charges. So I mean, to me, that just told the story at what it was, and this is how I see it. Okay. Bottom line.
All right. Look, everybody's gonna have their view of it. I've always been like, if you hear it from one person, that's fine. Hear it from two people, okay. If it's three people, now if it's all of these different people, to me it's a wave of now. What was actually going on, I don't know, right? And it's so hard to prove, and I feel bad for the people who went through it.
Absolutely.
And you just kind of it was what it was, I guess, with some people.
Yeah, and the Me Too movement, it's very easy to pile that stuff on, but at the same time, I completely do not condone any kind of disrespect toward women or anything of that nature. That's just something that I don't vibe with at all.
Right. So with that, with Shedeaur, it's funny because when you mention, his accuracy, it's like you hear everything. Well, his accurate, the people's accurate quarterbacks, their accuracy is good. This is good. So then you have Shedeaur who comes in, and it's the reverse opposite. And it's like, yeah, but I thought you wanted somebody to be accurate.
Right.
Like, he doesn't run. Yeah, but like there's some really great quarterbacks. For the longest, y'all didn't care about quarterbacks being mobile. Right? Now it's like, do we need them to be mobile? Well, you don't have to be the Lamar Jackson mobile, but you can move in the pocket and keep the ball rolling. You can't be a statue.
That's the difference. And
right?
He is mobile.
And he is mobile. He ain't Deion mobile.
No.
And that's funny because you look at it, you're like, well, he should be fast because Deion's that. Like, he's kind of slow.
That's mama's jeans. That's mama's jeans.
So, for me, it was one game, and like now, I think everybody was looking at all these other, top pro quarterbacks that were playing to see how they was. Like Jackson Dart had a really good game, right? But then when you strip it down and say, yeah, but Dart's he's looks to be groomed to be taken over in a year, right? So he's getting first team reps, and as far as I know, he's getting all the requisite things that you're supposed to get. Shedeaur ain't get any of that. And he had just as a productive day without getting some of the things that some of the other quarterbacks. So what does that tell you? I really don't know, because you don't know how much Carolina was really trying to pressure, how vanilla, because that's what you hear when they're doing these preseason. They're evaluating other people, so they're being more vanilla out there. You're not trying to do too many, intricate things defensively and offensively. But now I think the pressure is on for other quarterbacks.
Right. And for me, that's the narrative that they're going to push. They're moving the goalpost. First, can he play in this system? His dad, can he be coaching anybody else but his dad? And all those narratives. Now it was, okay, the Panthers didn't, play their solid defense. Look, this is the NFL.
Right.
If you didn't get any of those reps in practice and you get into a game, it's designed for you not to perform well.
Right.
I mean, you call it what you want to call it. He was set up for failure.
You think so?
Absolutely. Okay, look.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I hear what you're saying. I've heard whatever other people were saying. I think he wasn't going to play much or start this first game, but by virtue of Pickett and Gabriel hamstring getting pulled, I think they had to put him in. Obviously, that's the way I see it.
So you know this. You've been around professional sports. You can have a made-up injury.
Yeah.
When they want to send a message, hey, Gabriel, your hamstring hurts, right? Huh? Your hamstring hurts, correct? Oh yeah. It's tight. So I mean, that's easy to do.
Okay, so we're going down that rabbit hole.
Absolutely. I mean, it's they always say, if you want to know something, they'll put it right in front of your face. I mean, they're actually just showing you. Who does? If they're hurt and you still don't get reps.
Yeah, I mean
that's very odd.
I see that side of it. I understand that side. I guess I don't know why, but for the past year and a half, I've been more like open and like, hey, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that it just sounds like a weird circumstance, but it wasn't, right?
Yeah, no. And like, look, NFL, it does not happen. No, it just that just doesn't happen. It's very, and media's very careful how they say it. Very careful, because NFL is, you're gonna protect the shield whether you're a player or you have a contract with the NFL, whether that be ESPN, NBC, all those. You got to be really careful what you're saying, and they've been very careful. And so the fact that they're being careful, it is what it is.
Right. Well, hey, my understanding, it was the most watched preseason game ever. So people were gonna tune in. You probably had people who were tuning in because they wanted to see him do well. You had people who tuning in to see him fail, and then you had people in other spaces. So I mean, I didn't see the whole game because I was actually here doing training, but I had it on, and I saw some passes. I saw some things he did great. There were some things obviously that he's got to learn from, but he looked really good.
He did look poised. He
looked really good.
And they were saying that he can't play in the pocket. He got sacked. A lot of times you getting sacked is not you, it's your line.
Right. And I think the fact that he took so much punishment.
I like that.
The fact that should tell you he was still standing up and still making those points.
That's a great point.
Like, dog, so if you don't have most quarterbacks or a lot of quarterbacks, when they're protected, they're really good. Mm-hmm. But when they're not, they're really bad.
They're real bad and skittish.
He was protected. Sure. He wasn't protected, and he was still dropping dimes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So
that's a great point.
That's a great point. I look forward to seeing, because, like I said, shout out to Miss April. And it's a preseason game, but she all on game day.
I bet.
She on game day today, and she wanted Shedeaur. She wanted him.
Oh, I see.
She wanted him. You thought that they were going to draft him. Yeah. But if Tyler Shuck doesn't perform well,
she's gonna be hot.
Yeah, she's gonna be hot, and they're gonna be hot saying so it's like all over the country. If your team drafted somebody before Shedeaur and they don't perform well,
it's gonna be
your
bad.
base is on your butt about, well, you should have drafted him.
It's gonna be bad.
It's messed up for Dylan Gabriel as well. It's almost like he's gonna have difficulty because he was drafted before Shedeaur.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault.
Well, it's not his fault because he's very bad. He's not a very good quarterback. He's not very good at all. I had just caught some glimpses of his, or some video of his.
I've seen him play. He's not bad.
No. He's not. He's
bad.
Not very good. He's just not a good quarterback.
I think he's good. I don't think his height is going to hurt him more than anything. But I don't.
If you watch him in his pre-draft workouts, they're bad.
Yeah, but you know what, man?
Bad.
I hate that kind of. Look, all right. I hate that kind of shit, and here's why. What I don't understand is, you can get the measurables, his speed, talking to him, but all you need to do is put the tape on from his season. Mm-hmm. There are some people that just are bad in certain circumstances. They could be nervous. They could be somebody in their ear about some things. They're not sure about other things. All those things can happen. But when you're playing, you know what your job is. And when he played at Oregon, he was good. So I don't put much stock into the pre-draft workouts. I look at the tape.
I mean, I put some stock in it because, number one, you know the layout of the workout.
Right.
But how can you be bad? Two, like, nobody's rushing.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How many players have you been around, and how many players that you've actually coached that were not practice players? They were terrible.
I agree.
But when they're in the game,
Okay.
they doing their thing.
I agree, but I think it's a combination of both.
Ah.
It does matter. You know, it does matter.
I guess for me, it just matters when the lights on and you're in the game, how you perform.
That I agree, but
that's just
those
me.
guys.
That's just me. So I think the kid, do I think he's as good as Shedeaur? No. But I think in the right system, I think he can be productive. But look, here's the thing. At some point, we'll see.
Absolutely.
At some point, we'll see.
Mr. Gabriel, I hope you do well, and I hope this next preseason game, you start and play 3 quarters, because I want us to see those stats. I really do.
Right.
And you know what? No one is pushing for any of those guys to start.
Right.
No one's pushing for them to start. But I think the biggest problem is what are they going to do with Watson and Flacco?
Right. I think Flacco, I feel like he's going to be a bridge for this year.
I can see that.
To give them time.
The whole year? You think he makes it through the whole year?
Well, it depends on how good he's playing. If he's not hurt. But I think he can bridge to where they get enough time to see what they have in Shedeaur and Dylan. And then obviously the big question is when Watson comes back, how he looks. If he comes back and he looks a lot like what he did before he got hurt, I think they're going to end up letting him go and going
Flacco go?
Watson.
Oh,
Watson.
They're going to let him go?
I think if he doesn't, because he looked really bad last year, even prior to. So if he looks anything like that, I don't think they keep him because they're gonna have to go with what they have.
Yeah.
It's almost like, well, you know what you have with Flacco, you know what you have in Watson, but you don't know what you have with those two.
Right.
So
I understand.
I unless Flacco plays really bad or he gets hurt early, I think he'll play most of the season. I think you'll see some. I think you might see some of them. I know what they were talking about was they were looking at Shedeaur might end up being the backup